While riding along a country road, I came across a section that was completely flooded. Instead of rushing through, I decided to stop and turn it into an episode. Here I break down how I decide whether a flooded road is safe to ride through and how to approach it correctly. Watch to see whether I make it through without a tip over.
Hello everyone, this is Suprej, Venkat. Welcome to Chapter 7 of Ride Smart, Ride Far. So today's episode is about how to tackle a water body that you come across in your path. If you could see behind me, I was actually on the way to shoot for another chapter and I came across this water body. Now this is not really a water body but just water from last night's rain. Now if you look here, there is a road, and I know for a fact that the road does continue because I have actually been through here before. Now, if you come across something like this on a road that you don't know, how do you deal with it? So what I would do is first see whether there is another way around it. So for example, what I'll try to do is find an alternate route, but obviously this leads to a dead end. There is some options around there, so for that maybe I have to go through there a little bit of the slush and the water and then bear right. But these are the kind of things that you need to really think about before you tackle a water body. Now the second thing is you need to know how deep it is, right? Since I know how deep this is, I'm going to ride through this, but if you don't, you need to either ask some local villager. See, this is a farm near me, so you could maybe go into their house or knock on their door and try and ask whether how deep it is. Else you could actually walk through it. So that's probably the easiest way. You maybe take a stick and walk and choose a line. So choosing a line is extremely important in this situation. So there are clearly two different lanes, or maybe three. So this is one lane, this is another, and this is another. Obviously these tracks are where the vehicles are going to be going. Now there will be ruts in this because of the vehicles going in this path. So I'm going to maybe choose the middle rut. And the key here is try to put everything we learned earlier into action. And there is no guarantee that I will make it to the other side without having a fall. But the key is, how do you mitigate that risk as much as possible? And if you can't mitigate that risk, then it's all about the skill. So stand tall, loose arms, do not go fast. So I've seen some people doing water crossing, they'll just go like as fast as they can. That's not the idea. Multiple reasons. One, if there is a rock or a stone, you're going to fly off, right? You'd rather have a slow static fall. So the word here is not speed but momentum, right? You need momentum so the wheels don't get stuck. What is momentum? You need to feel the force going forward. So if you're doing 20 and you feel your wheels are digging in a bit, go at 25, right? So it's about having that feel of momentum and keep riding through that momentum. You don't have to go, and definitely don't go fast, because the worst case is you have a high speed fall. But at least at this speed, at 20-25, if I hit a rut, I'm not able to counterbalance, I'll at least have a static fall. So what I'll do in that case is I'll jump off the bike and let the bike fall. So I'm going to ride through this and let's see what happens. First thing is I need to choose the line. So I can see that the left side line, there's some plants in the way. So I'm maybe thinking, maybe I'll choose the right side lane, okay, and I just have to kind of turn because there is going to be a rut for sure and the road curves to the left. So as I go through, I'm going to look way ahead. I'm going to stand up, standing up nice and easy, as I'm having some nice momentum. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm just going, okay, I feel the bike skidding a bit, so I'm just going to increase the throttle a bit. Okay, it's become a bit deep here, so I'm just going to throttle through, half clutch, looking ahead. I can see the green in the middle, so I'm going to try and stick to the right side and ride through. Okay, see, there's a nice momentum, there is no wheel spin at the moment, so I'm okay. The water's getting deeper, so I'm throttling more, and there you go, nice and easy across the other side. So so that is a bit nervousness, how many ever times you do it, because I know given the speed that I was riding, I'm not going to get hurt if I fall and the bike is just going to tip over, but just going to become a mess. But I'm glad I could actually show you how to do a crossing like this. Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you in the next one.